If my previous Sonic Racing CrossWorlds videos weren't proof enough, I'm excited for this game. Not hyped, but excited. Last time I covered the game, I was able to play the closed beta for the game, and my first impressions were great. Fast forward to now, I played the open beta for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So did this improve from the closed beta? That's definitely affirmative. The controls are still as responsive and smooth as butter, but sometimes whenever I do more than 4 tricks in the air, my character will still keep doing tricks on it whenever I move my thumb off the left analog stick. Speaking of tricks, I forgot to mention that when you drift while in boat mode, you'll jump and be able to do a flip or more. As for the plane sections, they still work just fine, but drifting in the air is a lot better handled here than in Transformed. Remember when I said that we're expected to have 23 characters in the base roster? That turned out to be 100% true. All of the characters that I've listed in the first CrossWorld video will be in the base roster. As for SEGA characters, they'll be added as free updates. I mentioned Yakuza before when talking about the game, and it turned out to be true. Ichiban Kaizuga from Like a Dragon will be in the game. Joker from the Persona series will also be added as well. More on him later. But the one character that I was hoping for was Hatsune Miku, and she's gonna be playable. I am so happy to see this. We won. We actually won. It wasn't enough to see her in Fortnite. Now she's gonna be in CrossWorlds. The other 10 SEGA characters are yet to be revealed, but I can tell you that Ai, Amigo, Ulala, and Beat will be playable. Those are my predicted picks for SEGA characters. Hell, we might even see Tango and Whisper in the game too. Now as for DLC characters, this is where shit gets crazy. 3 of Nickelodeon's IPs will be added into the Season Pass. SpongeBob and Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants, Aang and Zuko from the Avatar The Last Airbender, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We also got Steve, Alex, and Creeper from Minecraft, which I wasn't excited for, but it could be worse. And just recently, SEGA and Bandai revealed a double collab. Not only will Pac-Man and the Ghost be playable in CrossWorlds with their own tracks and carts, but Sonic will be added as a DLC character along with stages as well in the upcoming Pac-Man World 2 repack, which will come the day after Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, which is insane. Boy, do I have fond memories of playing as Pac-Man from Mario Kart DX when I was going to Dave & Buster's every day. Well, not every day, but like on special occasions. We also got the Sonic Prime characters, Nine, Dread, and Rusty Rose. And if you pre-order the game, you'll get to play as Sonic the Werehog from Sonic Unleashed. So if you add all 23 base characters along with the 13 extra characters through 3 updates, all 15 DLC characters along with the 3 Sonic Prime characters and the Werehog as the pre-bonus, that's a total of 55 characters, 23 base, 13 from free updates, and 19 through DLC. An insane lineup of characters in upcoming DLC. And as I'm recording this, the final DLC pack is yet to be revealed. I said this before and I'll say it again. CrossWorlds hands down has the absolute best customization in all of kart racing. I haven't played Mario Kart World, but I have seen that they removed the customization feature, which was a letdown. Thankfully, CrossWorlds have my back. I shall also mention that they added the Extreme Gear to the open beta, which was awesome. Allow me to show you some of the dream cards I've made. Last time I made a card based on Cure Macaron from Cure Pretty La Mode, but this time I've also made a card based on Cure Lemur from Tropical Rouge Pretty. I don't know, me and her have some kind of kindred spirit. There's my Sailor Moon card as well as my Sailor Venus card because she's my favorite girl in the series. And here's my Shantae card because I love the belly dancing half genie. I even gave the Extreme Gear some love by making one based on Leela from Fortnite. By the way, use code STARTASTIC in the shop if you're playing the game already. And I've remade my Demia card because I will not stop swooning over this busty Archmage. Same goes for Shiki because I also recreated that. I love her so much, okay? Now some of you may be thinking Knights from the Knight series when seeing this custom card. However, I made these based on Lala from To Love Root, my favorite edgy anime of all time. And she's super cute too, I really love her so much. There's my Jacko card, can't get enough of this sexy redhead. I made a Lucy based card because she's best girl in Zenless Zone Zero. I even made an Extreme Gear based on Neptune, the main protagonist of the Neptunia series, with a Purple Heart themed card to go with it because, you know, her CPU form is hella sexy. And to top it all off, I made a Violet themed card with the Violet decal. There were a lot of dream cards I've made with the customization and I could have gone even further, like a Kill Lovely themed card or a Supersonico themed card. Hell, I could have gone even further in making a Magia Baizer themed car. That should tell you how crazy I am. The customization in this game is endless and so strong, and is one of the best parts about this game. They definitely built upon what worked in Team Sonic Racing and made it an even better customization system. Sonic Team has definitely done an amazing job on the customization. Now I will say this, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is hands down the best Sonic Racing game to have variety and freshness in the racing tracks. So many tracks from the previous games, as well as new and original tracks. Water Palace from Sonic Rush, Apatos and Spagonia from Sonic Unleashed, Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2, and even Mystic Jungle from Sonic Forces will be added. And in terms of CrossWorlds, we got Holaska, Dragon Road, and the return of Sky Road from Sonic Unleashed. There's Dinosaur Jungle from Sonic and the Secret Rings, and Roulette Road from Sonic Heroes.
What?
This damn stage will never leave, for fuck's sake. I didn't even mention some other new and returning tracks from previous games. Ocean View from Sonic Heroes makes a return for a third time, so it's not just Roulette Road that's getting churned. There's also White Cave from Sonic Riders as a CrossWorld. Galactic Parade from Sonic Colors makes a return from Sonic Transformed as a CrossWorld, which is awesome, but the new song is just no. Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2. Digital Circus from Shadow the Hedgehog as a CrossWorld. Sweet Mountain from Sonic Colors, and even Cyberspace from Sonic Frontiers. There's a lot of representation from previous Sonic games. The only nitpick I have is Unleashed having 5 tracks and CrossWorlds. They're all perfectly fine, but I think one track and one CrossWorld could have been replaced with 2 different reps, like Sonic Adventure or Sonic and the Black Knight, the Sonic Advance games, or even Sonic 06. Hey, if Cross the City was playable in Sonic Generations, what's stopping them from bringing that over to this game? Hell, they could have had some classic Sonic rep, like Green Hill from Sonic 1, Hydrosity from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Metropolis from Sonic 2, maybe bring some tracks from Sonic R and Sonic Freeriders. There's a lot of Sonic games they can pull to have an even more diverse selection of tracks and CrossWorlds. But 17 tracks and CrossWorlds from 9 different games so far is good enough for me. What's also good are the original courses, tracks like East Stadium, Rainbow Garden, Donphan Factory, Chow Park, Colorful Mall that is totally not Coconut Mall, and many more. I'm saying this now, but I personally think CrossWorlds has Mario Kart World beaten in terms of visuals and the colorful designs of these tracks. The colors of these stages really makes the game pop. I really think this has to be some of the best track design I've ever seen in a kart racing game. I did mention that Joker from the Persona games will be playable in the game, but during the open beta, there was a special event in the new mode called Festival. This is where you compete in 4v4v4 team races, and you'll have a special condition to complete in order to get 10 extra points for the team, whether it's to collect the most rings, do the most tap boosts, or perform the most tricks. So even if you get second place, if your team contributes to the most in that special condition, you'll have a shot of getting those 10 points, bumping your team up to first place as long as you're 9 points or less behind. The game will automatically choose between the 3 teams for you, Team Joker, Team Violet, or Team Mona. And as you'll keep playing this 24-hour event, you'll unlock more stuff like titles and Persona themed decals, which is pretty cool. I had some fun playing this event with my friends Oliver and Blazix Reacts. After watching this video, you should definitely check out my video of us playing the Joker event. Link to the video will be in the top right corner. So, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is shaping up to be the best Sonic Racing game of all time. From the character roster to the car customization, the fact that this game will have crossplay, the return of extreme gear, the new and returning courses from Sonic games, as well as new and original courses. The soundtrack is phenomenal for the most part. The graphics look amazing. This is definitely a major step up from Team Sonic Racing. But there was some major fuckery going on outside of the game that made me really question Sega's dumb decisions. Remember when I said that DLC characters will be added into the game? Well, those DLC characters will not be voiced. Now it makes sense for Pac-Man and Minecraft, but why not the Nick IPs? And that's not all, even the SEGA characters aren't getting any voices. The only one that does is Hatsune Miku. Everyone else is shafted. Not even the Werehog will have a voice, which I should remind you is one of Sonic's forms. To not let Roger Craig Smith voice the stretchy Werehog is such an odd decision, and this is where the bullshit starts to come into play. Because they explained that the reason why they're not voiced is because Sega doesn't want to put any effort into making that happen, because by doing this, they would have to include interactions with the Sonic characters, which can take up to a lot of time. I can understand that last part, but one, you could have just not have the DLC characters interact with the Sonic characters while still having them voiced. And 2, if all of that was too much for you, then why even collaborate with Nickelodeon in the first place? This is literally the Nick All-Stars Brawler situation all over again, except this time it's all on SEGA. They hyped up all this content just for it to not be used at its full potential. And don't think I forgot about SEGA's IPs. SEGA is the publisher for Yakuza and Persona. There's no excuse for Ichiban and Joker to not have voices. I can understand not wanting for them to interact with the Sonic cast, but to have them completely voiceless makes no sense. What is the point of having them if they're not going to be voiced? But it doesn't stop with the voices. Even the price tags are ridiculous. Let me break it down for you all. Sonic Frontiers is $60. Sonic Superstars is also $60. Sonic and Shadow Generations is $50. Hell, Team Sonic Racing, the last racing game, was $40 at launch. So how much is Sonic Racing CrossWorlds? Fucking $70! Ah! Who in the hell thought this game should be at $70? This is a spin-off. This isn't the main title, it's a spin-off game. There's no reason for it to be $10 more than Sonic Frontiers. Yes, CrossWorlds has a lot of content in the game, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Video games should not be at $70. And no, don't give me that $70 is the standard price bullshit. The only reason why it became a standard is because people allowed it to happen. They grew accustomed to it, which allowed for these companies to keep pushing out $70 games. And let me tell you, when I get to reviewing Sparking Zero, I'm gonna have a fucking field day on all the dumbass, most bullshit and brain dead complaints they had on my video talking about the game. And mind you, Nintendo has gotten even more brain dead by pricing Mario Kart World at $80. Sure, CrossWorlds is $10 cheaper, but both these games still shouldn't be this overpriced. I didn't even mention the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is $90. For the Digital Deluxe Edition, you are getting the Season Pass, which includes all 6 DLC packs, as well as the Sonic Prime Pack, and 3-day early access. Can we stop with this early access bullshit? I thought it was cool for Sparking Zero, but I took that back immediately. Adding an extra $20 for the extra content wouldn't be so bad if the base game wasn't priced at $70. I think this game should have been at $50. Hell, I wouldn't complain if it was at $60. But I promise you, it gets much, much worse. They have a collector's edition, which is fine. You do get a lot of cool stuff in it, but fucking hell, $250? Even Sonic and Shadow Generations Collector's Edition had the same price. I personally never bothered saving up for Collector's Edition for any game. The only time I did was with Sonic Mania, but that game's Collector's Edition was priced at $60. That was a major steal back then, and I didn't even have to wait a long time for it. Unlike those who think $250 for a Collector's Edition is justified, because it's bad enough the CrossWorlds Collector's Edition is at $250, but if you actually pre-order it, you'll have to wait till next year to even receive the damn thing. This is coming from Limited Run Games, who has a bad reputation of bad business practices. So why, after all the controversy, does SEGA still insist on working with Limited Run? It makes no sense. But I think that's where I'm gonna stop the heated rant. I'm just tired of these companies thinking it's okay to overprice their games. I appreciate what SEGA does for the community, but they really need to learn how to be pro-consumer for once, because $70 for a racing game is too much. I'm not completely spending the $70, but my cousin and I are planning to buy the standard edition together with our money combined. So if you're still looking forward to CrossWorlds, then pre-order the game if you haven't already. At the end of the day, it's your money, and who am I to dictate what you should buy? After playing both the closed and open betas, I can confidently say that CrossWorlds could actually be peak kart racing. And for those who haven't played either one of the betas, can celebrate that CrossWorlds will have a single player demo this month before the official release.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
How awesome is that? So if you're unsure about buying the game, you can try out the demo to see if the full game is worth your money. Despite the mishandling of the game's price tags and DLC, I appreciate SEGA for the amount of promotion and allowing players to try out the game before it's released to receive feedback on what can be improved on. Not many companies would ever do that, so it's cool to see SEGA as pro-community despite not being pro-consumer. And props to Sonic Team for developing this game. If this is what the future holds for Sonic racing games, I am all in that bitch. Don't get me wrong, I love Sumo Digital's work, but Sonic Team is taking it to a whole new level. But tell me what you all think in the comments down below. I would really, Really appreciate the feedback as it helps support the video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all notifications on so you won't miss out on more Sonic videos in the future. But until then, this is the Protagonist signing out. As always, Goki Genyo, and have a star-tastic day, everyone.
This race might get pretty hectic. Are you ready for the challenge?
I'll do my best, Mr. Sonic. Please don't go easy on me.
If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notifications on to join the Star Nation. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter, and while you're at it, check out my previous video. Now.